It wasn't cute, it wasn't nice, it wasn't fun at all. I hope I'm in focus and my hair is okay. No. I got tired of wearing a straight wig, so I went back curly today and I think it's okay. Excuse the reflection as well. I'm filming in front of the window for the first time in a long time, so let's just get into it. Low-key nervous for this, but it has to be done.
Pretty young girl from Zambia, you know that she ain't with the drama. Light skin girl Osama, you know she the bomb, she cause trauma.
Hey guys, welcome back to or welcome to my channel. Hi, my name is Nyemba and I create YouTube content which you should subscribe to. Okay, so y'all have read the title, innit? Yeah, your girl got the Rona. This happened a while back, so I'm just about to kind of tell you guys the story time of my experience, pretty much. Not really how I got it, but like how it all kind of went down and stuff. So yeah, don't forget to thumbs this up, even though it's not that great of a topic, but still thumbs it up. Share it with somebody who, if you just want to talk in your group time, be like, oh my god, she had the Rona, share it still. I'll appreciate it because it will help my channel. And subscribe. So let's just get into it. All right, so I'm gonna be looking at my phone a lot just because like I typed out pretty much all that, I don't even know if you guys can see because of the light. Yeah, all that I want to talk about and say pretty much. I may or may not miss some things out, but you can always ask in the comments if it's that deep. Okay, I'm literally out of breath, like calm down. For starters, I know my parents are gonna be getting messages from their friends who are gonna watch this video and be like, how come Nyemba COVID, what? I just didn't want anyone to know. Not really didn't want them to know because, oh, I'm ashamed of it or whatever. It's just like my life is so public and out there and like so much attention is always like on me that for once I was just like, let me actually just go through this in peace because it's already mentally draining. Mentally and physically, I guess, because I was sick. And yeah, so for those who are finding out through this video, I don't know what to tell you, but it is what it is. So yeah. All right, so I know exactly how I got it. I'm not going to explain all of that because it includes people whose privacy I don't want to invade and stuff. The thing is, I didn't get it from going out like when everyone was getting it like in December pretty much, like all the events that were happening at Latitude, like the I don't know how to pronounce that, Inverse, I don't know, that event. And there was the Beefeater picnic where people who were positive went and infected other people, of course. I didn't get it from any of those events or like any other events I attended in December. So it was just actually very frustrating. Like I didn't get COVID from doing enjoyment. I got it like just like not, it was so, I wish I could just be like this, but yeah, it involves people, like I said. The thing with this virus is that you can be following all protocol and still get it, and it's just so annoying because someone else didn't do what they had to do, you know? With all that being said, when I found out that I had it, which I'm kind of all over the place with this, so you just have to kind of keep up with me. I did tell people I had been in contact with that I had it and they should get tested if they start feeling funny, or some might be asymptomatic. So I just said, if you can, like, get tested please, because even before I got tested, like, I was just feeling so crappy. I was like, this may or may not be COVID. So anyone I came into contact with, I would tell them beforehand as well, like, I'm sick, so you seeing me is at your own risk type of thing. So yeah, like, I wasn't selfish about it. Like, I didn't keep it to myself in terms of telling the people I'd been around, like, please get tested if you feel ill, like, please, you know? Yeah, I didn't really vlog during like quarantine and stuff because there was nothing to vlog. Half the time I was just depressed and every day was pretty much the same. So now on to like my symptoms. I wasn't asymptomatic. I had a cough. It started out with a cough. I was very fatigued. I was dizzy a lot. Like, there's a day when I was like very sick where I couldn't even stand. Like, me standing just felt like I would fall down in like 2 seconds. So yeah, I was like very dizzy and all around just feeling crappy. Like, I just didn't feel like myself. It was just not cute. It wasn't. Another thing is like I would forget things a lot, which was literally a side effect of the virus, or a symptom. I don't know if that counts as a symptom, but like, yeah, it made me forget things a lot. Yeah, so I felt really crappy. I want to say, like, first I was coughing, then I was like, okay, it might be, because you know, even if yes, like there is COVID, regular cough is still a thing, regular flu is still a thing. So when I started coughing, I wasn't automatically like, oh, this is COVID, you know. I was just like, oh, I don't know what it is, but I'm coughing. And then I was just like very tired, and like I'm a tired person on the daily, so that wasn't really out of the normal or the usual, but it was a bit weird because I just like, I couldn't, sorry for the background noise, like, yeah, I couldn't put a finger on how I was feeling. We have an auntie who's a doctor, and whenever she would ask like, oh, how are you, she'll call like, oh, how are you feeling today? I'm like, I don't know if I feel better or worse, but I can't really pinpoint how I'm feeling. Like, I just don't feel good. I just, like, I'd say I just don't feel myself type of thing, which, yeah, I just didn't feel myself. It was like a weird thing. I don't know, it was just very weird. Like, I can't describe it. And so at some point my aunt was just like, you know what, go get tested for COVID, because the fact that you don't know how you're feeling, like, that's a bit of a red flag. So first we went and got tested for malaria, and then that came out negative, but all that was there was like a low white blood cell count or something like that that came out for me. And yeah, it wasn't anything, oh my god, get worried. But still, even after that, I didn't feel good. So then my aunt was like, go get tested for COVID. So yeah, I went and got tested. And it's funny because the day we were getting tested, I was actually feeling kind of okay. Still not 100% myself, but definitely better than I'd been feeling the previous days, like before that. So went, got tested. We did like the rapid test. It took a couple hours. Yeah, it came out positive, and I was like, yeah, not really a shocker, you know what I mean? After that, the doctor prescribed a bunch of medication. And I can't tell you guys the medication that was prescribed because, well, you have to literally go and, like, it's a serious illness, I guess, and it would have to be prescribed because these are like serious drugs. Like, these are like legit the most drugged I've ever been in my life, probably. So yeah, I did all that, and the medication is also like very expensive. My dad was saying he spent, I think, like 5,000 kwacha on KNI's medication for only like a week's worth. And keep in mind, we had to be in quarantine for 2 weeks. So yeah, anyway, went straight into quarantine, and this was my baby. Like, I'm already such a homebody and I love being in my room, but I've never been in my room as much as when I had COVID, because I had no choice but to be in here. But luckily for us, like how our house is structured, it's not like massive or anything, but it does have many doors. So like all the bedrooms are on one side, and then there's like a passage which has a door that leads to like the main living area, the dining room, the TV room, and the kitchen. And then there's a door in the passage that goes straight outside. So basically we weren't allowed to use the door in the passage that goes to the main areas to go to the kitchen. If we needed stuff from the kitchen, we'll go straight outside and then to the kitchen door or the kitchen window, whatever. But yeah, because of like the many doors, we were able to quarantine in the house. And yeah, like it was such a frustrating time. Oh my god, thinking about it, like how did I even make it out of that? Yeah, basically our dad was so paranoid. He was just like, I don't know, like he didn't know how to act. Basically, he made us stay in our rooms for like 2 days straight or something, till my doctor auntie was like, no, like you can't just make them be indoors, like they need vitamin D and stuff. So like you could let them roam around the yard and stuff. Like it's all a matter of just wearing masks and keeping away from people. So yeah, like would wear masks around the house first of all, like I say around the house, from the bedroom to the toilet whenever we're going to the toilet and stuff. At least would get out of the house at a point, and it wasn't just like strictly in the bedroom, but still it was pretty hard, not gonna lie. We had to take roughly 12 tablets a day for the first few days, and then after that it was only about, I want to say 4 to 6 a day, I don't remember. But yeah, I hate tablets, and like 12 tablets a day was just so hectic. It was so much. And basically, like, we had a dosage in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening, and it all had to be after meals because they're like really strong drugs. Again, they're like apparently equivalent to like ARVs. Basically, that's how strong the drugs are. Like, we had to eat, and if you know me, you know that I don't eat, and I really had to force myself to actually have 3 meals a day just so I could have medication. Like, it wasn't cute, it wasn't nice, it wasn't fun at all. But yeah, the worst part for me was honestly not the COVID itself, it was the isolation. Like, I'd been in quarantine for months in 2020 when I was still in the UK, but that just didn't compare to isolation, because with being in quarantine, like, you're in the house and the yard and you can move around and roam around the house wherever you want to go at free will. That's up to you. But being in isolation, you're literally in a confined space and you can't leave. And it was like, I couldn't go to the TV room if I pleased to just walk to the TV room, just because I couldn't just walk into the kitchen like I would on a regular day. I couldn't, like, it was just so frustrating, honestly. Like, it was so bad. All I did was just lay here, sleep, watch YouTube videos, and wallow in my sadness. But a good thing that came out of it was I got to like catch up with a bunch of friends and stuff. Yeah, I got to catch up with a bunch of people who I hadn't talked to in a long time. So like, I would FaceTime people and we'd be on the phone for hours and that sort of thing. And another fun part of isolation and stuff was room service. Basically, my dad would text us what we wanted for each meal, and then yeah, he would deliver the food to our doors, obviously in like full PPE, and collect the dishes as well. So it was almost like it was a hotel, you know. It was quite nice. Like, it would literally text, like, I'll put somewhere on the screen, it would be like, oh hey, from the isolation center kitchen or whatever. And yeah, that was pretty cool. Like, as much as like it was obviously a serious matter, he knew we were going through it, so he tried to make it fun-ish to some extent, you know. And yeah, like, all the dishes and stuff that we would use were washed separately and sterilized separately, so yeah, there was no cross-contamination. On day 10, I think, of isolation is when Kay and I went out of the yard for the first time to just walk around, and I'll just insert a couple clips here.
Oh, I forgot to wear whatchamacall that thing?
A what?
A bandana!
It's Kay without the wig for me. Guys, this is the first time we're leaving the house in what? 10 days?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, like 10 days. Yeah, 4 more days to go.
I forgot what outside looked like, guys.
Oh my god, this is crazy.
We're not giving people corona. We're just in the hood, first of all, and we're
yeah, if you better wear your mask.
Let me eat my
but yeah, 10 days in the house, you guys. Like, it's been insane. Little update, we're just taking a walk down the road. There's no one in here, if you're wondering. Like, it's really quiet. Down that way is where there's people. But yeah, I'm literally vlogging walking backwards. How dangerous. Anyway, lighting, like, no filter. Too bad. I look like one of my problems. If it's this one, look at your nails. So yeah, so fast forward to a few days after that, like, once quarantine was over, we went back to the hospital and saw the doctor again, and we were cleared of COVID. And oh my gosh, you guys, the relief. It was the best day ever. Like, guess what today is, y'all? Guess what today is? It's release day! I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm actually about to, this is like the first, actually no, it's not the first time I'm putting on real clothes. I put on real clothes a couple of times during quarantine. But I'm gonna do my eyebrows because that's all that shows through the mask, and unravel my twists. And yeah, I'm excited. So it's a while later now. Not that long, but honestly, it's a while later. My skin kind of looks good on camera, kind of. Besides this patch here where I burnt myself with Betsy S. Anyway, did my hair, well, unraveled the twists. I haven't had an afro in like three or more weeks. Yeah, put clothes on. I decided against doing my eyebrows because honestly I just got lazy. I was like, what the hell, and it's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna show you my OOTD. This is what I'm wearing. This is like my Good Days shirt. I've realized, or Good Days bodysuit. I always wear it when it's like something good happening, you know. So yeah, I'm wearing this. I'm wearing my favorite jeans. These are from Bershka, and my slides from Primark. So that's the fit. Hey, we're getting released today. We're getting released today. Also, I kept these just for the vlog. Literally, this is how many bottles I've gone through in the past 2 weeks. I think I threw a couple out, but how many are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Like exactly about 2 weeks worth of. Technically it should be more, but I don't drink that much water, honestly. So this is good. This is good.
Later.
We got cleared, period. Where the freedom reside. It feels so good to be out in the world. We're not about to start wilding, but it feels good. We out here, period. Where the freedom reside. I literally could have shed tears that day. I was so happy. Like, I don't even know if happiness is it, because it was just like, whew, oh my gosh, like legit sigh of relief. I was like, oh my goodness, 2 weeks has gone by just like that. And it's funny because I'm such a homebody. I'm literally almost always home. Like 90% of the time I'm home, but the fact that you just can't leave, it's just like a psychological thing. It wasn't fun, honestly. Like, I would just, like I said earlier, be wallowing in my sadness, honestly. At some point I was like, okay, 1 week left, let me just keep myself busy so that like this week flies by. Like, but still, it was quite depressing still. Like, I wouldn't shower till like 8-10 p.m. sometimes. There's a day I showered at like midnight or 1 a.m. I couldn't be bothered. And then in a couple of my previous vlogs or videos, you've seen like a kettle in my room. We got a kettle for this side of the house just so that we could steam and stuff without having to go to the kitchen and use that kettle and obviously spread germs and stuff like that. But yeah, that was pretty much my experience. Kay's also made a video on her experience, or our experience together, so you can go watch that on her channel. But yeah, honestly, above all, I just thank God that, I don't know, it's over. Like, we went through it, and like literally no one had to know about this. Like, I wasn't obligated to make a video about it, but I still wanted to do it anyway, just to show you guys, not to prove to anyone anything, but just show you guys like weird things happen to anyone. And like, I don't want to say bad things, but yeah, bad things do happen to even your faves, you know? It's like our lives are such a highlight reel almost. It's like you see someone's life on social media and you're like, oh my gosh, I wish I had like your life and whatnot. But meanwhile, you don't know what they're battling behind the scenes, you know? It's like I was still on social media. I was still posting videos because I actually had like a bunch of pre-filmed footage. So you guys weren't gonna know that, oh, Nyemba's actually absent because, oh, she's sick and stuff, you know, that sort of thing. But yeah, thank God for healing, honestly, because there's so many people who have lost their lives to this virus, and honestly, like, it's just so sad, and like, may their souls rest in peace. I just feel super blessed and grateful that I'm still here. I get to continue to create content for you guys. And yeah, it's like not everyone had to have an underlying condition for the virus to wipe them out, but here I am. God decided to give me another chance because it could have gone anyway. And honestly, like, for me, death didn't really cross my mind like that. But there's, I think the first 2 days, like after testing positive, I had like a really bad headache that wasn't going away, and I was low-key scared to sleep because I'm like, what if I sleep and die in my sleep, and like, you know, that sort of thing. But otherwise, I just prayed to God, like, I know you're gonna heal me, honestly, and you're not finished with me yet. So yeah, that's that. If I've forgotten anything, like I said, you can always ask me down below. But as like a little recap summary type of thing, the house was scrubbed and sanitized. It wasn't exactly fumigated, but my dad and the house help like scrubbed, I don't know, doors down, like the toilets and bathrooms, like sanitized the door handles. like all of that. They did what they had to do basically. Make sure y'all stay safe, like as safe as possible, because we still in a pandemic. Like yes, things are opening up and it's a bit more chilled now, but it's still very real. And yeah, if you do contract it, please tell those you've been in contact with, because it's honestly not fair to get people sick and yeah, not tell them about, like, just be open and honest about it, because your immune system might be stronger than theirs and they might need more medical attention and help than you would. So yeah, don't be selfish, tell them. And last thing is, don't forget to mask up and sanitize. Okay. But yeah, that was my little story time / experience. It might have been a bit all over the place, but yeah. And once again, I'll remind you guys that I didn't get it from doing enjoyment. I didn't get it from being out in crowds, that sort of thing. So I don't want to see comments about, yeah, because you like going out, yada yada. It wasn't even from going. I wish I'd continued going out, then I wouldn't have gotten it. Honestly, I was so mad. I was like, had I just continued doing enjoyment and not said, oh no, I'll give it a break, like I would have probably not gotten this. But anyway, whatever, everything happens for a reason, even though the reason might not be known sometimes, but it is what it is. Praise God that I'm still here. I will stop chatting now, so thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Stay safe. Bye.